All right, so apparently my team decided it was time I made this video because even sometimes agency owners like me need a little push to just sit down and talk about what we're building. And honestly, I'm really glad they did, because the Ascend Collective isn't just another program to us. It's a space I've poured years of experience into, trial and error, and all my wins and losses, a place where service-based entrepreneurs can stop piecing together random marketing tips and finally build something that is sustainable, doesn't lead to burnout, and actually works no matter where you're at in business. So in this video, I'm going to answer the questions that I have been getting in about the Ascend Collective. Who is this for? What exactly do you get? And how is this different from some other business communities you might have seen out there? And most importantly, what you'll walk away with when you do join. We're going to talk about deliverables, the type of marketing we focus on, how it's tailored for different industries, ROI, and some exclusive perks for founding members. And then by the end, my hope is that you'll know whether this is the missing piece that you've been looking for or not. Either way, you'll walk away with clarity, and clarity is our thing. So I'm going to keep my notes open here as well. So if you see me looking off the screen, that's why. Otherwise, this will just be a conversation between you and me about the Ascend Collective and why I think you should join. So let's get into it. Okay. For our first question, I've been getting a lot of inquiries on who exactly this is for. The Ascend Collective was built for service-based entrepreneurs who are tired of spinning their wheels. If this is you, then the Ascend Collective was built for you. You are scaling your business. You have a good amount of business. It's probably come from word of mouth, some basic advertising, but you're so busy with your day-to-day or perhaps building your team that you either neglect your marketing or it's inconsistent, or you struggle with so much perfectionism, imposter syndrome that you just don't do your marketing consistently at all. You might be like an early stage founder and you're looking to grow your marketing with clarity, or you might be ready to scale or outsource and you want to really stop being the default marketer in your business and start leading with intention. So the Ascend Collective has the system, strategy, and support without the overwhelm of DIY marketing. And if that's what you want, then you're in the right place. One thing that I want to add about the Ascend Collective is that I've had a lot of people come through my funnel who just aren't expecting the cost that it takes to work with an agency, a full-blown agency. Inside my agency, I have a full team of creatives who act as your inset marketing division in your company. And while that's a great benefit, a lot of people aren't quite expecting the price tag that comes with that. So the Ascend Collective is supposed to meet you in that middle, right? It's supposed to make your life more efficient, allow you to do what you actually love doing, and step away from marketing without the price tag of working with an agency. So it's very accessible in many ways, more ways than one. Okay, what you will walk away with. We're going to talk a bit about the transformation. I think the biggest transformation for everyone that I want to have is I want everyone to walk away with a clear marketing system that suits your strengths, that actually works for your business, that maximizes the clients that you have, not just more random tactics. I think a lot of people get caught up in the flash of what a 10,000 person audience on Instagram will do for you, right? Or they avoid email marketing entirely because they feel like it's too spammy and they're literally leaving so much business on the table. The tools, the frameworks, and the confidence that we're working to build in the Ascend Collective will consistently attract aligned leads and help you position yourself as the go-to in your niche. We're going to give you a repeatable strategy that saves you time, reduces your mental load, and makes marketing feel that much more manageable and effective. For example, I have a design client in the agency who really wasn't very big on social, and she really valued cultivating a very personalized experience with her audience, an audience that she had in her email list and was not capitalizing on at all. We implemented a once monthly correspondence for her on the agency side, and her consistent inquiries for business from aligned leads was enough for her to book out her calendar for a few years in advance. It doesn't take much to build a clear, streamlined marketing system, and that can be completely custom to your business. So we are working on that with you in the Ascend Collective, and I expect that you'll get there in 90 days or less if you commit. Okay, so the actual deliverables, there's a lot and it's growing, but right now our 3 core pillars are the monthly CEO Circle coaching calls, which are live group sessions where you'll get real-time feedback on what you're doing, hot seat strategy and accountability. Those are very focused sessions where you're bringing your problems to the table, asking questions in a structured way and getting the answers that you need to go implement very directly into your business. Then we have the Vault, which is an ever-growing library of resources that are customized for service-based businesses. We have templates, we have content calendars every single month so that you literally don't have to think about what you're going to post. You just need to follow direction. We have scripts, we have marketing frameworks, we have outlines for how we run our content shoots. Basically, all of our agency secrets that we have learned the hard way over the course of the last 8+ years will be inside the Vault for you. And then lastly, we have the Ascend community, which is a curated space for feedback, for troubleshooting, for questions. It's a good space that you can use in between our CEO Circle coaching, very active space that's curated again for a lot of connection and basically putting you in front of those other entrepreneurs who are doing exactly what you are doing as well. Okay, what type of marketing we focus on? We are focusing on primarily organic marketing systems, and what I have found from my experience is that a combination of social media, email, and web content or blog content work very well together to attract and nurture your audience. So we will be focusing on primarily those systems. Let's see, what else do I want to say about that? We are going to take a strategy first approach and a strength first approach with that. So you're not posting for the sake of posting. You're posting to build trust, authority, momentum, etc. And you're doing that in the ways that are really suited for your strengths. So if you took or were part of Untapped Creator, my group coaching program, then we talk a lot about choosing the correct content vehicle for your strengths, because we know that you're going to commit to that longer than doing things that you don't necessarily like or that don't suit your communication style. So we're going to talk a lot about that framework and provide you additional tools and guidance to align your brand voice and your target market, etc. But our 3 main platforms are going to be social media, email, and blog content. Okay. This was a really good question. I got this question in from a lead on Instagram. How is the Vault going to be customized for various industries? Because our niche here is service-based businesses. So when we provide the tools and resources and templates, they're going to be very adaptable to your niche as long as you're a service-based business. I will say that this is not the membership for a product-based business. This is really for folks who want to communicate closely with their audiences. They need to start building a scalable system. They perhaps need to learn to outsource their marketing and creative. So service-based niches like real estate, design, wellness, social media, any of those service-based fields, our resources are going to be adaptable to your niche. We're going to provide, I think that'll be extra clear too, because we'll have a lot of industry specific examples and frameworks. I've worked with a lot of different industries over the course of my career through coaching and through the agency. So Plus, we'll use the CEO circles to help you tweak them so that they can sound like you and fit your audience. So if you ever have questions about a tool, not only do we have the Ascend community, but we have the coaching circles so that you can actually figure out how to apply the tools in the community in the way that best suits your business. Plus, I'm really excited. We're going to talk a lot. I do want to say we're going to talk a lot about the use of AI as well. AI is something that has made a huge difference in our business and in businesses of my clients over the course of the last 2 years. There's no conversation to be had in marketing without a conversation around AI. So the Ascend community, we're really going to talk about that, because when you are a CEO in this stage, your most valuable resource is your time. Your time is the most important. And this is a good segue into ROI for members. And what the Ascend community is going to give you back, the Ascend Collective, is your time. You are not going to reinvent the wheel anymore. You are not going to stall in your own cyclical loop of imposter syndrome or analysis paralysis. You're going to know exactly what you need to do. So if you've ever felt like you wanted someone to literally tell you what to do, this is me telling you what to do. This is everything that I know that's distilled for you in an active live community. You will have access to me. You will have access to my team. So if you've literally ever wanted to work with an agency and couldn't afford it, the Ascend Collective was made to fill that gap. So ROI, number one, the amount of time you will save in your business and in your life, as well as increasing your authority. We're going to work on building marketing systems for you that feed your end goal in your business, not just randomized or trend-based or anything like that. That's not a good way to build a marketing system. So we're going to work on increasing your authority by positioning you correctly with the right messaging, the right strategy, etc. And the natural result over this of building a system that can grow with your strengths, grow with your team, grow with your processes, is that you're building a system that compounds for your business over time. So you're going to start bringing in aligned leads without the constant hustle. It's going to become easier and easier. And plus, you'll learn how to measure results and make tiny adjustments without huge rebrands or messaging changes or things like that. And I think in addition to your time saved, your money saved, your processes improved, your authority increased, is obviously, and the part that I'm most excited about is the clarity, the confidence, and the ease you're going to gain from working with experts who know exactly and have built models like this in businesses like yours. Do we focus just on marketing or all business stuff? It's hard to isolate the two, but our core focus is marketing. But again, always in the context of your bigger business goals. So your bigger business goals, I will be asking questions about that. I need to understand your business. I will need to understand your context, your goals, in order to advise you properly on marketing. But again, a lot of that information comes back to marketing. But I will be asking hard-hitting questions as well to make sure that you're clear on a lot of those business goals, because one can't live without clarity in the other. So yes, we connect marketing strategy to operations, offers, and your leadership so that everything works together for you. And then last but not least, founders get a special benefit. We are running a special campaign for founders, which I'm really excited about. This is the only time you're going to be able to get the Ascend Collective for this price. Live coaching for this price is literally unheard of. So if you've ever wanted to work with me, or you've ever wanted to work with an agency, or you've ever wanted to work with a marketing coach, this is such a rare opportunity to be able to do this. Our founders also are going to get that locked-in pricing. You will have first in line access when you submit your questions, critiques, Q&A topics, private space within the community just for founders. And last but not least, you will have a direct say in what resources and trainings and challenges we create next. So you have your needs will shape everything that we build. Very excited for founders to get in at this rate. Very excited to work with all of you. It's going to be an exciting time. So that's the Ascend Collective, what it is, who it's for, and exactly what you'll be walking away with if you join. If you've been looking for a way to make your marketing feel less like a full-time job and more like a well-oiled machine that is actually making a difference in your business, growing your business, this is your invitation. You don't have to figure this out all alone anymore. You don't have to waste months guessing what will work. We've built these strategies, these systems, and this support, me and my team, for the last 8 years. You literally just have to come, learn it, plug it into your own business, show up, be ready to experiment, and start building the momentum that you've actually been craving. If you're ready to step into that CEO role in your business and actually enjoy the marketing side of it, you can check the link in the description and join us as a founding member until August 31st. Your future self will thank you. And if you're still not sure, that's okay. Stick around, watch a bit of our other content, slide into my DMs with your questions, and get a feel for how we work over here. And when you're ready, we will be here. All right, thanks for watching. And here's to building something really incredible.